Through the eyes of New Mexico rancher Joseph Davis, Len Castillo looks like this. To the Belen City Council, like this. And to his former classmates and instructors at the United States Naval Academy, like this. Filling station owner, paving contractor, family man, civic servant, and soon-to-be candidate for Congress, Leonard D. Castillo is all these things and more, dependent upon through whose eyes you see him. As many-faceted in his own way as is California's Anne Randall. Actress, model, businesswoman, homemaker. Involved, caring citizen and active participant in making her city a better place to live. Just two of the more than 200 million Americans of every color, size, and description, doing different things in different ways, all with dynamic, constantly changing self-images, living in today's dynamic, constantly changing world. During the next 65 minutes, you will see the most complete line of cars and trucks it has ever been Chevrolet's pleasure to present to the people of these markets. Cars and trucks created and built to fulfill specific requirements of specific segments of the market, from the most economy-minded individuals up through and including the luxury-loving big car buyer, with no gaps in between. You will see these 1971 Chevrolets against a marketplace panorama of the people for whom they were primarily designed. Real people in real situations, not actors in stage makeup playing out make-believe roles. In essence, then, what we ask of you is that you look at what is to come with a fresh attitude, that you view people, product, and goals through new eyes.
Looking through new eyes, looking through new eyes, looking through new eyes, moving with head high, living today's life, not getting passed by. I say hello to change, I do. I keep changing with it too.
Riverside International Raceway, the California Sports Car Club Championship races. People. All with one thing in common, involvement with cars. And these days with trucks. Hey, Rick.
What?
Come here. Let's have a little chat. What are you doing? Huh?
Cleaning up a car.
Cleaning up a car. Whose car?
My daddy's.
Your daddy's car. Huh? Do you like cars?
I love them.
Well, listen, I'll talk to you later. You better get back to polishing before your dad has to race. Now that's involvement. And you know what it means? It means, well, how many times in the past couple of years have you heard people say that the love affair is cooling off? The love affair between people and cars, I mean. Well, take a look around for yourself, and then tell me whether or not people are still involved with cars. The fact is, people from preteens on up are more interested in cars today than they ever have been, but not necessarily in the way they used to be. Today, cars can be used for fun. Cars equal fun. I'm not talking simply about vehicles that take you to where the action is. I'm talking about wheels that are the action. The 1970s man has found out that what really counts is pleasing one's own self and one's own family, living one's own lifestyle. Involvement. Take another look around. Among all these people, look at just a few with the leisure and the money to do whatever they want, yet choose the world of wheels. And not just here either, but at auto shows and events in every state of the nation. At the Mint 400 outside of Las Vegas, the Grand Prix of off-the-road racing events. That's Flip Wilson starting it off. That tall fellow in the Stetson, he's the old pro baseball player, now a hotel and team owner and sponsor of the Mint, Del Webb. And talk about involvement. Sometime ask Jim Garner how he feels about cars. You don't have to. Just look at him and see for yourself. Bud Akins, driving one of Steve McQueen's solarized Blazers. Remember the chase sequence in the motion picture Bullet? Bud drove it. Here's the Laguna Seca Trans Am. Chevrolet dealer Jim Hall in his Camaro. Jim's teammate Ed Leslie talking to TV star Monty Markham. In 1971, you have the cars and trucks for all of them. But these markets are not static. The people in them are different from each other and different from what they used to be. And if you're going to reach them, you've got to change too.
Dr. Robert Blake, internationally recognized authority on human behavior and motivation, said it this way recently at a seminar on the changing American consumer.
The problem is not only to see things through his eyes, but to realize that your eyes may be causing you to see things that aren't there. You've got to see things through his eyes, and that means that your eyes have to be fresh and bright.
Look at humanity through new eyes. Look at Chevrolet through the eyes of humanity. And from here on in, that's exactly what we're going to do. Nor shall we simply look at the 1971 Chevrolets through the eyes of any generalized humanity either. Rather, we shall view specific areas of humanity. Those people most likely to be involved in a particular market toward which we are pointing a particular part of our product line. For example, you are cordially invited to participate in a research activity involving a new automotive product. As part of its development phase of the new Vega 2300, Chevrolet conducted a number of research clinics to show the public the car in various stages of evolution. Today, May 17th, 1970, here at the Motor Speedway in Ontario, California, we beard the lion in its den by presenting the car to the most critical audience of all, registered owners of Volkswagen, Datsun, Toyota, Opel, and also Ford Maverick. People who are knowledgeable about cars in this field. People who have committed themselves already to other makes, who have developed deep-seated loyalties which are not shaken easily. We have gone to them with the Vega because they are your target market. Owners and drivers of small foreign cars and other small competitive makes. We have placed at their disposal this fleet of cars, new models of the makes they now drive, plus a number of new Vegas.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to the 14 of you who volunteered for the engineering evaluation. The engineering caravan contains 7 vehicles, 2 Vegas and 5 other makes. We'd like you to drive each of the cars, changing cars every 10 minutes. The pre-selected route will cover 80 miles of various road conditions, freeway, country, and city traffic. At each change, please move to the car in front of you. The driver of the last car, please bring it to the front of the caravan. As you drive, we'll be filming and recording your reactions.
We've told them nothing about the Vega except it's a new entry just coming on the market. Phase 1 of our research clinic, we asked them to drive it, along with the new cars they're already acquainted with, and then give us their straightforward, unbiased opinions on the ride, handling, and performance characteristics of the various cars. Phase 1, ride, handling, performance under actual road conditions.
Styling I like, very much so. The fastback is my first preference. And I like to just give it time to see how the durability compares with the Volkswagen. And that feels probably pretty tough to beat.
Oh, it really handles well.
I like the Vega very well.
Oh, I don't know. I like my Volkswagen a little bit better.
I drove the Vega before the Maverick, and then when I drove the Maverick, I found out that the Vega was fantastic.
Sounds like you got a European car that sounds the way it sounds.
They ride you comfortable. The seats
are comfortable, too.
And you've got enough leg room, too.
The Volkswagen, as kids got bigger, the Volkswagen got smaller, and we just...
The Toyota, your head hits the roof, or mine did, and I'm not that tall.
Toyota doesn't seem to be stable. I mean, it bounces a lot.
I'd literally be scared, actually, for the Maverick through what they were putting the Vega through today.
Man, if they're competing against the VW, I think they got them beat.
I can't wait till I get and try the new Vega, really. That's what a car I want to try out.
It's not too big and it's not too small. It's just right.
I'd take it over a Datsun or a Toyota anytime.
I drove the blue Vega and I really like it.
I have a Maverick myself right now, and I don't think there's too much comparison as far as handling.
The seats are pretty comfortable.
Takes curves real good and it's comfortable and it's roomy and best car I've seen so far.
You know, I was saying, out of all the cars, I think these Vegas are the most comfortable.
It's a good little car. Really handles.
It seemed to have an extremely sharp turning on it. Very small motion of the steering wheel, even smaller than Volkswagen, which I'm used to.
Fuel economy results supported previous controlled comparisons. Maverick, 22.5 miles per gallon. Volkswagen, 27.1. Vega, 28.5. Independent front suspension and four-link rear suspension. Everything new about Vega. From the innovations in manufacturing to the way it can be shipped. Vertipack. Safe as wrapping it in cotton batting.
How do all of these features come together and work for you? Let's go back to our panel of owners and see.
It really has a lot of guts for, little four-cylinder engine. Fabulous. I just love it.
I own the Maverick, Ford Maverick. So in comparison to my car, it's a real good car. I would pick the Vega.
We tried the Corolla and it's too cramped. Volkswagen is just too small, and Datsuns, there was no power and they didn't handle well. The Maverick didn't handle the corners, but this car handles the corners well. It has the power behind it. Just everything about it's great.
Phase 3. We're going to turn these cars over to professional drivers to put them through their paces. First, here's what a brand new car with a brand new engine can do in the realm of power and acceleration.
With an engine that performs as efficiently as Vega's, you have to have a braking system that's equally as efficient. Our drivers are going to put the standard front disc brakes to the test against competition in a high-speed panic stop. First, Vega against Maverick. Next, Toyota. Now, Volkswagen. Datsun. And Opel. Not only does Vega outbrake every competitor, but each run features the same Vega continuously with no brake cooling time between runs. Proof of Vega's truly reliable braking system.
Acceleration, you saw it. Braking ability. You saw Vega take on all comers and prove its superiority hands down. But what about cornering and stability? A test for skilled hands only. Once again, we'll use professional drivers.
Notice the way Vega takes the inside every time, while competition's entries in some instances have trouble even making the turns. Now for an extreme test of stability. We attached an outrigger to Vega and two of his chief competitors and deliberately set out to roll them. First, Vega, with his low center of gravity and wide tread. Flat and stable. Now, Toyota. Almost. Now, Volkswagen.
That's the story on handling. Couple it with what you've seen today and you have a real sales story. But whatever you do, don't forget to sell passenger comfort. These full foam bucket seats, the head, hip, and leg room are a real plus to you when compared with competition. Vega 2300, your plus car. And not just in a single style, but a complete line of models, including
this hatchback and the sedan, this camback station wagon, plus its panel delivery version.
Vega 2300, your plus car. In acceleration, in cornering, in stability, braking and handling. You take it out and demonstrate. This is the little car that does everything well. This is just one computer room at Chevrolet's Engineering Center, one of several places where, in an era of rising costs, Chevrolet is using the tools of tomorrow in its efforts to provide today's consumer with the very best product for the very least cost. This is a simple line drawing of a component which may or may not, depending upon whether it meets our increasingly demanding standards, end up as part of a future Chevrolet. Whether this goes into a future Chevrolet or not, what would otherwise have taken months to do is now completed in days. And time means money. Multiply this by literally thousands of engineering ideas, and it means that your customer will be driving a car with styling and engineering advances that he might otherwise not have had until much later.
A 1970 Impala. A tire, a sealed beam headlamp, and a hubcap. All the external parts, gentlemen, you'll be able to recognize in the 1971. Everything else changed completely. Hear that? It's on its way now.
Completely changed, different from the ground up, from the inside out. And that's the way we want to look at
it. A 2 1/2 inch increase in wheelbase to a luxury class 121 1/2 inches.
The entire car is only 4/10 of an inch longer, which means a better, more stable ride, more comfort with no sacrifice in maneuverability.
And when you start fresh, you can make sure that every component is precisely right for the luxury ride you want to achieve.
Out in the open and rolling again, living my life in the sun. Nothing to worry me, nothing to hurry me. Ain't I the luckiest one? Life is my destination, something that's real. This is a day I can feel. Well, it's great to be living this wonderful way. Great to be feeling what I feel today. Great to be spreading out, great to be heading out into the sun. How many times have I wanted to run and get away from it all? Leaving my cares behind, no worries on my mind. Let trouble bounce off the wall. Chasing a dream inside me and feeling free. Taking the good times with me. Well, it's great to be living this wonderful way. Great to be feeling what I feel today. Great to be spreading out, great to be heading out into the sun. There's a new day coming my way. Chasing a dream inside me and feeling free. Taking the good times with me. Well, it's great to be living, and it's great to be feeling, and it's great to be heading into the sun. Well, it's great to be heading into the sun.
Impala for 71. The longest, lowest big car silhouette in Chevrolet history. Yet, with more front headroom, entirely new proportions, functional beauty embodying both safety and economy in maintenance features. New front fender lamps incorporate park, turn, and side marker functions. And the side marker now blinks with the turn signal. The thin pillar design with larger sloped windshield and dramatically large rear window. This for the custom coupe and a distinctive wraparound for all others. The larger flush side window with more curvature and lower belt line for greater visibility and reduced wind noise, and providing more shoulder room inside. In fact, the entire body side is more contoured for easier entry and exit. New 18-inch wipers clean a wider area. Added safety through better visibility. Flush door handles, handsome and easy to operate, with body color inserts. The rear lamps located above the deep section rear bumper for greater protection. And a feature which was engineered into the 1971 Chevrolet from its inception. These trunk louvers, an integral part of the 1971 flow-through power ventilation system, which is now powered with forced air for constant air circulation, even when standing still. The open channel rocker panel design permits lower car height by dropping the body down into the channel, both for appearance sake and a road-hugging lower center of gravity. Impala and all regular Chevrolets incorporate an inside hood release for 71. And despite its sleek, low contours inside, Impala has a more spacious, comfortable interior. Shoulder room is up over 2 inches front and rear, and this despite the low exterior profile.
Impala, the most popular car ever built. And in '71, it takes on a whole new look, a whole new dimension.
How do you change America's most popular intermediate car? Very carefully.
Styling changes that really make a difference. Through the eyes of a potential buyer, a car with noteworthy changes, accomplished through the new grille design.
And the new single 7-inch power beam headlamps. The new circular taillights in the rear bumper. The different fender-mounted parking lamps. New Chevelle by Chevrolet, script and block. And on every one of the 6 models, your customers will have the full color choice of these 15 finishes. Also, wheel opening moldings and wide rocker panel moldings are now standard on Malibu.
Also, your customer can order either this handsome cloth and vinyl interior,
or he can have seat inserts of new expanded vinyl, and on all Chevelles, this padded steering wheel, which with the padded soft control knobs provides practical functional beauty and safety for your buyers. Nova has its own 1971 refinements. But even more than these refinements, the real understanding, the real appreciation of Chevelle and Nova comes when you appraise these cars against the realities of their markets, the environment for which they were intended.
The city, the most punishing proving grounds of all. Not just large cities, but small to middle-sized ones too. Stop and go, restricted parking, and 1,001 other inconveniences.
People on the move, I can feel life a-humming. City life, give you anything you'd ever want to see. Life is just a stage and baby, we're on it. Girl, you know there's something here just for you and me. Singing oh to the city, singing oh to love. Stick with me. Singing oh to the city. As long as we're together, life will be your song to sing. People on the move, I can feel life a-humming. City life, give you anything you never want to see. Life is just a stage and baby, we're on it. Girl, you know there's something here just for you and me. Singing on to the city, singing on to love. Stick with me. Singing on to the city. As long as we're together, life will be your song to sing.
Chevrolet is people, too. Ecology is our concern as well, and we're doing something about it. As in this plant at Warren, Michigan, typical of the many facilities where Chevrolet, in its constant battle against environmental pollution, purifies its industrial wastes. In fact, Chevrolet has spent $54 million over the past decade to combat pollution. This year alone, we're spending another $18 million. And that same sense of responsibility is being built into Chevrolet vehicles for the 70s. This evaporative emission control system is standard equipment on every car in our line, and on all light-duty trucks, too. More efficient fuel burning and controlled evaporation of raw gas means that he and she and we can all breathe easier. And for well-maintained fleets of light and medium-duty trucks, engines equipped to use liquid petroleum gas contribute even more to cleaner air. Monte Carlo, America's low-priced personal luxury car. Not only sized right for the city, Monte Carlo fits the mood of the city in its sophisticated dress.
Onasega, you saw TV personality and off-road driver Monty Markham. Here he is now at Hoover Dam to tell us something about our 1971 truck line.
Look at these trucks. Something for everybody. For those who've already bought Chevrolet trucks and recreational vehicles in the past and know our product, and those who still to find out, we've not only got the best, we've got the most, too.
To begin with, there's a new look, a distinctive new grille on all light duties, and with it, a choice of appearance details to satisfy every buyer's choice. There's the custom standard for those who choose a handsome base unit. The custom deluxe with such styling details as bright metal moldings. And a brand new name, the sparkling new Cheyenne. The top of the line, with rich new style details inside and out, including a standard chrome bumper. And exterior colors. 8 new ones for the style-conscious individual buyers. And to meet the desires of our fleet customers, 7 present colors will be continued permanently. Notice the 2-tone deluxe option available on all fleet-side pickups. In 1971, every color in the line can be combined with white. But this handsome truck styling is only one part of your competitive advantage. For example, in the all-important camper market, Chevrolet provides stability on tight turns, winding roads, in high winds that tend to take high center of gravity loads out of control on ordinary trucks. One reason, the stabilizer bar, not available on competitive trucks with I-beam axles. Here's another. Chevrolet's truly independent front suspension that provides a smoother ride and easier handling with every kind of load on every kind of road. A demonstration showing Chevrolet's independent front suspension system at work. On the front wheels and rear wheels, blocks 2 inches high are bolted. Flares are lit on wheels and body. Notice the way the flares on the wheels jolt up and down, but the light on the body rides ribbon smooth. Now, seen from below. An all-new Chevrolet optional feature that makes it possible for everyone in 1971 to drive even bigger trucks with passenger car ease. This automatic Allison transmission, to help multiply your sales, goes into all 40, 50, and 60 series trucks. There's one of our bigger markets for the new automatic transmission, the school bus. Loading problems with the traditional swing-type door are a thing of the past in the van that goes into your market. Not that we're recommending hanging over 200 pounds on these doors, but even with treatment like this, or this, it not only slides easily, but is designed to give years of trouble-free action. Your new van line gives you a great competitive edge. For business, your van will carry more efficiently, more economically. And for the new world of leisure, fun, and travel, the 71 with a camper conversion provides more too. More space, more performance, more luxury. And now for the first time, Chevrolet has this 12-passenger sports van. Baker's dozen. Capacity Plus. Here's proof positive that when you say power enough to pull not one truck, but a load of trucks, you're talking fact. Now, instead of pulling, let's move our 71 pickup to the rear and watch it hold back the load. Further proof that when you tell your customers braking power enough for not just one pickup but a full load, again, you're stating fact. The same power disc brake design which stops Boeing's new 747 is standard on all Chevrolet conventional light-duty trucks. A margin of safety wide enough for the most strenuous of braking situations. Here's a Chevrolet truck exclusive that might not be all new to 71, but certainly is to a large segment of your 71 market. Chevrolet's truck within a truck. One protective shell actually goes into another. Our way of protecting, among other things, the exterior body metal from corrosion and deterioration, and protection for the truck's outside body panels from shifting loads, like this 1,000 pounds of loose boulders. Whether rocks, livestock, or steel, full double construction makes Chevrolet pickups worth more. The box, damaged, but the exterior, untouched. The 70s are already proving to be truck years. You have here a full line with no gaps. And the greatest spread, selection, and quality anywhere. But it's up to you to let the people know how much greater.
That was Joyce Lederer taking a 400-foot ride on a 5-foot breaker here in Tempe, Arizona. Her ocean? Man-made, as are the breakers. They come in 40-second intervals, can be made to curl from right or left, depending upon the angle of the mechanism responsible for their creation. A 1970s innovative approach to enjoying life, if there ever was one. Enthusiasts, that's what we're watching. People who pursue life with a special zest, who'll go to virtually any lengths in their pursuit. For example, what we're watching here. One outstanding characteristic of the enthusiast is demand for excellence, down to the smallest detail in everything he does or uses. If you're going to sell this fellow anything, surfboard, roller skates, or automobile, you'd better know the subtleties and nuances of your product. For you can be doggone sure, with his refined sense of detail, he will. Didn't I tell you the enthusiast demanded the best? Now let's see if Joyce handles our Camaro as well as she handles her surfboard.
Everybody to his own. Everybody to his own way. Set your mind free today. Go your way and let it happen. Everybody to his own. Everybody do his own way. You can't be master of joy and love. Just let it happen. Everybody do his own. Do what you wanna do. Be what you wanna be. Deep in your heart. Let yourself go and do whatever's right for you. Things will start to groove, and when you find yourself and then play the part. Everybody do his own. Everybody do his own way. Don't be afraid to be what you wanna be. Everybody do his own. Everybody do his own way. You can be master of joy and love. Just let it happen. Everybody do his own way of living.
the 1971 Kingswood Estate station wagon. Dan? Dan, it really opens up a new dimension in luxury cruisers for a new age, wouldn't you say?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
Well, it's a nice-looking wagon, and from the specifications, it beats the pants off the competition.
The trick, then, is going to be getting station wagon buyers like him into your showrooms to prove it, right?
Right.
Wrong. You don't get him to come in here, not at first. You have to go to him. And here's an indication of what you'll find when you do.
What we've done is taken the all-new 1971 Kingswood Estate wagon, stripped it of all identifying signs, and exposed it to a specific portion of the marketplace. Present station wagon owners. And not just any station wagon either, but many of them registered Ford owners.
We wanted to hear actual comments from the people who had bought our competition's wagon and find out what they had to say about the 1971 Kingswood. The wagon that you're going to give them the opportunity to buy. The wagon that you're going to take to them. And we heard them. And not just about the Kingswood either, but station wagons in general.
Who makes the best station wagon, do you know?
Well, I like General Motors and my husband likes Ford.
Boy, this is a really handsome car.
What brand would you guess?
I'd guess it's the top of a line.
That is a Ford product.
I think it's a Mercury. Either Buick or Rolls. That's my...
I think it's a General Motors car. Looks like a Cadillac.
It's our new secret. Boy, that'd be handy. That'd be handy for the wife and her groceries.
Chrysler? Well, if a Cadillac made a station wagon, it almost...
What brand do you think it is?
Looks to me like a Cadillac.
It's a Chrysler.
Gentlemen, can you venture a guess as to what it is?
Chevrolet. I say a Chevy.
Chevrolet.
How about that interior in there?
Oh, that I like.
So
I really like that. Would it be a Lincoln?
The reason we're interested, of course, is because station wagons should represent a very significant part of your total market. Should. But based on our previous sales records in this unbelievably expanding market area, unless we alter the situation drastically, examine it through new eyes, we're not going to do justice to the wagons we have. That's right. When it comes to wagons, we simply have not been getting our share of what's there.
Well, who do you think makes the best station wagon today?
Oh, I think Ford Motor Company does.
Apparently, our station wagon image could use a little changing. And in 1971, that's exactly what we need to do. The question is, how? First of all, by producing and giving to you a line of products the market wants, with features it wants.
Features such as the outstanding all-new glide-away tailgate and the third forward-facing rear seat. Let's see some demonstrations showing the sales advantages these features give you over competition. With competition's conventional swing-out tailgate. But in the Kingswood, not only do the passengers sit facing forward and have access through the side door, but notice the ease of access to cargo. This isn't the first time somebody's backed into a garage without leaving himself enough room for the traditional tailgate.
Now, with the new Kingswood estate, any of your customers who own vacation trailers will appreciate this one. 1971 wagons blanket the consumer spectrum. All new 125-inch wheelbase Chevrolet wagons, intermediate 116-inch wheelbase wagons, and the Vega.
Every size wagon, different tailgates. The market is there. The products are there. People like them. But in the final analysis, you're the only one who can make sure that you get the share of the market that's there. So for your own sake, take a new look, through new eyes, at the 71 wagons and the people who need them. And go out to them to tell, show, and sell your station wagon story.
You've changed. We've changed. See what we mean by putting you first. On television throughout 71, we'll be telling this to the public. You've changed, we've changed. And when we tell the public we've changed, we are going to show them that we've changed, not just in product, but in point of view. We're taking a completely honest, straightforward approach in our 71 ads. Here are some other examples. Chevelle. How do you change America's most popular car? Very carefully. For the Chevrolet Sports Department. Most cars just change. These cars change your driving. Monte Carlo. Changed? No. Refined. Camaro. Now in its 30th week. There are things we build into it we hope you'll never need. Chevrolet's vanishing tailgate. Our new power ventilation system put to the test. The trucks that ride smoother work longer. Anything else is too much money and not enough van. Trucks for people who have no business in trucks. Totally tougher. Remember, you've changed, we've changed. See what we mean by putting you first? What this approach means to you in 1971 is that Chevrolet advertising will be closely supporting and paralleling your personal selling efforts, especially when you're looking at people through new eyes.
Just another golf course? Oh, no. A very special one. And a very special occasion, too. Here's Chris Schenkel to tell us all about it.
La Costa's Tournament of Champions, where only winners of previous PGA tournaments are allowed to compete for the $30,000 first prize, the finest in their class. Men like Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, British Open champion Tony Jacklin, and Frank Beard. Now let's meet Chevrolet's champion of champions.
Caprice, the largest, newest, most beautiful and luxurious car ever to come from Chevrolet. Caprice stands alone. Caprice, a state of mind. Caprice, its own distinctive look and its own luxury feel on the open road. With a 400 cubic inch regular fuel V8, now the standard Caprice power plant.
In '71, Caprice becomes a completely separate and distinct line, with appearance highlights and fine car features all its own, even when seen with a magnificent Impala. When a man buys the top of your line, his neighbors will know it, whether they see his new Caprice from the front from rear, or from the side. Distinctive rear fender skirts and ribbed wheel covers are standard on Caprice.
We pulled back to take the kind of view of 1971, the long, broad look that we just don't get a chance to take often enough. We've seen a 1971 product line with no gaps, with new strength from the low end to the luxury segments.
Strength and spread in cars and trucks. Products and people seen in fresh ways. This has been our theme for today because it is the professional selling approach of today. The ability to give counsel by matching products to inner wants. Salesmanship that creates a sense of involvement on the part of both buyer and seller. Professional salesmanship can and must sustain the mood of announcement time all through the model year. When we talk about a changing world, a changing Chevrolet, new marketing approaches,
we're talking simply about doing what you know how to do so well, only using more systematically instincts which you now possess. Understand the full scope of what you have for sale and the full range of human emotions. Put them both together by being willing to examine everything and everyone through new eyes.